Hello everybody, thank you for listening Life of Students, the program to help you to survive the university. I am Joaquin Sinclair and I will be with you for the next 2 hours. The topic of today is very important in the life. I am going to talk about the TOEFL. This is a test to evaluate your familiarity with the English. All of you probably had problems with this test, but what can we do to pass this test? We can study a lot, but in this moment it's very important to have a strategy at the moment to apply the test. In this program, I am going to tell you some types for the TOEFL. If you are beginners, or you can pass the exam. First, the TOEFL have 3 parts: listening, grammar, and reading. All of them are very important because if you don't dominate a part, it's very difficult to obtain the required score. For the part of listening, the most important is be very concentrated. It's fundamental to understand the sense of the conversation. One tip is read first the possible answers and after choose the best option. Another important thing is that the most of the questions are about what the second person say. The part of the grammar is very important. The most important of this part is study and practice, because if you can dominate the theory, you can make a best job. The most important is read with attention all the sentences and choose the most probably. If you can find the correct, you can check one of one, and for elimination, choose the best. It's very important too, don't leave questions without answer. The part of reading, in my opinion, is the easier. It's very important read attentively and understand what they are talking about. You can make this. Read very fast and after check the questions. If you remember, each question is referring to a part of the text. You only need to find this part and in the context, choose which is the best option. Finally, if you are preparing for the TOEFL, it's very important to include the English in your daily life. For example, try to listen music in English. Another option is watch movies in English and put subtitles in English too. It's very useful to develop your capacity to listen and read. Other tips are learn to beat the time, because the TOEFL is a test with determined duration for each section. You can ask for more time, because it's recommendable don't leave of the room and have a sense of the time, because if you can dominate the time, you can dominate the TOEFL. Other tip is familiarize yourself with the TOEFL format, because if you know how the TOEFL is made, you can concentrate best to prepare it for each section. For example, if you know that the listening part is very difficult, you can be more dedicated to this part. Another thing is use practice tests, because if you practice, you can make a best job in each TOEFL. If you are in a particular class, you can ask for your teacher and ask for extra exercise, practice tests, and explanatory answers. These are only little tips to make a best job in the TOEFL.